Today's WineText wine is the 2017 Jamsheed Illaj Pinot Noir. It comes from the Upper Goulburn in Australia. And just some things I want to let you guys know about specifically about this wine. I'm going to start with the winemaker. Winemaker here is a guy named Gary Mills. He's from Western Australia. Originally has his bachelor degree in literature, but over time, working on kind of doing tour guides and things within Australian winemaking regions, he kind of fell in love. With that, went to the US, worked in some places in California and Oregon, learned how to make wine for 2 years underneath Paul Draper, who, if you're familiar with Paul Draper, is the winemaker for Ridge Vineyards in Napa Valley, which is possibly one of the biggest names that California winemaking has ever seen. Going back to Australia, specifically in the Victoria area and these smaller appellations within there, his complete goal is to make vineyard and single vineyard specific wines. So this is one of his wines. This is a Pinot Noir, much lighter than some of his Syrahs and other things that he makes, a little bit more feminine. But this is a low alcohol, easy drinking Pinot Noir. It's about 11.5% alcohol, which is lower than most that you've probably ever seen, which means there's a ton of flavor on the palate. There's a ton of acidity as well. This is a food wine. This is something that you drink with chicken and fish and all those things. Light raspberries, cherries, things of that nature, super clean on the palate. Secondly, I wanted to talk about, which is the name, which is Jamsheed, which is named after a Persian mythological king called King Jamsheed. So Jamsheed is basically ruled this nation, said that he could see his kingdom within his wine, but he is, in the Persian folklore, the reason why wine was discovered. One of his harems went to leave and poisoned herself with what he labeled as poison jars. We're actually just fermenting grapes, and after her not passing after drinking the poison, him tasting it and seeing what happened after drinking wine, he takes the credit in Persian folklore for discovering wine, which I thought was really cool and interesting. So yeah, 2017 Pinot Noir, light, end of summer wine, perfect for the outside. I think you guys will really love it, and yeah, snag it while it lasts.